try gouache with me. I'm surprisingly not embarrassed to say this, but I bought these gouache paints in the Cyber Monday sales 2 years ago and I have yet to use them. So today I wanted to change that. I do like having a visual reference, so I'm using my Cacti Kobii enamel pin as inspiration, and I thought it would be fun to use like a product from my shelf as reference for this final piece. The paints I'm using are from Arteza, and I tried to pick a palette to match Kobie's desert aesthetic. If memory strikes me right, I believe I bought 2 different palette packs from Arteza. It was a big set of metallics and a small curated palette called Blossom, or blossomy tone, something like that. I have this tendency to buy a lot of art supplies and surround myself with them, but not really use them. I think sometimes they scare me because I know I'm not going to be as good as I used to be, which is a little bit silly because it's supposed to be for fun. And I think sometimes it's hard to let go of that perfectionism around creating art. If you're new here and you're not familiar with me, hi, my name is Evie and I am predominantly a digital wildlife artist. But what a lot of people don't know is that I actually trained in acrylics and traditional media. And lately I've been feeling inspired to pick up my traditional paints again, along with crayons, markers, you name it. This was actually my first time painting a finished piece in gouache. I had tried a tube of gouache here and there in the past, but more for just like trying a few strokes on a page just out of curiosity to see what it was like. I never used it with intention, if that makes sense. I enjoyed working with these paints. I find Arteza to be a nice brand for trying new mediums. Their paints have a mid to low viscosity, so I find them very forgiving to work with. You need to do a few layers to get an opaque poster finish, but if you're like me and you want to see those brush strokes and a little bit of texture, then these paints are genuinely brilliant. Oh, also, this is not gifted or sponsored. I bought these, but I like them and I wanted to shout out about them. Can we also talk about how well these paints kept? I bought them 2 years ago, and in all honesty, I kind of suspected they would have dried up by now. But they were wonderfully fresh and easy to work with. I found this interesting because when I've casually tried a tube of gouache in the past, those paints have been by pretty pricey brands and did not have a long shelf life at all. And for someone like me who casually picks up random art supplies and lets them hibernate for years before using them, shelf life is very important. If you are interested in trying these paints for yourself, there is a discount code in my bio that gives you £15 off any order over 60. And if you use it, I get £15 off my next order too, which naturally I will have to use. I mean, I kind of need to complete my collection, right?